Andrew Enns knows what you're thinking because he is the Executive Vice President of Leger Polling. He joins me right now because I want to talk about Canadian politics, but politics around the world. People vote for someone like they did Trudeau in the last 3 elections because, we like him, or it's good hair, or whatever, or he's a nice smile. And we don't like Poilievre because he seems a little grumpy sometimes. And we're coming into an election sooner or later, and some people are saying the Liberals can't be reelected because they've had rotten policies the last 9 years, even though Carney said, I think those policies were great. Now he's saying, we're going to change our mind. All that was rotten, we're changing our mind. So really, should not people look at what people are saying right now and look at the policies of where they want the country to go? Or should they say, gosh, he's a good-looking guy?
Well, look, first of all, I'm not 100% convinced on the premise that it's always, the good looks of Trudeau. I mean, governments unelect themselves.
That's
largely,
true.
Right? So Harper set the stage. People were, there was this mood for change. He was a bit crusty. Trudeau did become that alternative, and then it sort of took on, and then it took on a life of its own, right?
Yes.
Then it was the fresh young guy, and he's so good looking. And I tell you, Stephen, I did more than my handful of focus groups with middle-aged women that were just swooning over this guy. It was impossible. That all changed. I think Mr. Carney is getting some interest and some support based on the newness, on sort of that echo of the door closing when Mr. Trudeau leaves and he's the new guy coming in. I think there's a little bit of freshness there, but I'm not convinced that over time that's necessarily going to be fully sustainable with just what he's done so far. Like I'm going to change all the bad stuff. No, because you're going to remind me of that's the bad stuff that needs changing. You need to show me what you've got.
He's the guy that's talking about zero emissions. He's the guy that got all the big banks around the world to say, don't finance anything to do with oil and gas. All the banks are pulling out from that organization now. He's at the UN. I mean, this guy was so far lefty, and now he's saying, that was then, this is now. Well, are Canadians that forgiving?
I'm not sure. Look, I'll be the first to know, and I'll guarantee you'll be the second. But no, I think quite frankly that what was going to be a fairly predictable pedestrian federal election 3 months ago has become very interesting. I'll stop there. I'm not going to say the Liberals are going to shoot to another 4 years. I think that there's going to be there's a whole other conversation that the Conservatives have not started to inject into this thing with respect to Mr. Carney.
And Leger Polling will know before you do. So please, donate. We'll stay on the air, and we'll let you know when Leger knows, and I'll know, and then you'll know. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago, we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act. Once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.